Okay, happy Friday, year five. This morning we are going to practice a skill. I know you can do this, so I'm going to add a little challenge in for you this morning, and I'm going to ask you to set a timer and time how long it takes you to do this. So try to do this quickly this morning, but also neatly. Okay, and we're going to use the frog jump to subtract. And you might be asking, why do we do this? And the reason we do this is because ultimately, this is how you can solve subtractions in your head. But we are going to write down our method this morning. And you'll remember from class that this method is particularly useful when we have numbers such as this one with lots of zeros in. Because the column method, if you're using a written method, sometimes gets confusing when you've got all these zeros here. Okay, so I'm just going to model for those of you that maybe have forgotten how to do this. I'm going to use my ruler. I'm going to make my number line, and if you remember, we are finding the difference between 688 and 9003, and so I start with my 688 on the left hand side of my number line, and I'm going to count up all of the way to 9003. Now I know some of you are super confident doing a minimal amount of jumps. Don't get too overconfident though, because there is quite a big gap between those two numbers. But I'm going to model making really sensible jumps to the next round number. So I'm going to start at 688 and I'm going to jump just up to 690, which I know is a jump of 2. Then I'm going to jump to the next multiple of 100, I know is 700, and that's a nice jump of 10. And then I'm going to jump a nice round 1000, and I know from 700 to 1000 it is 300. And then I can make a nice big jump and I can get really close to my target number. I'm going to jump all the way to 9000. And I can see that that is a jump of 8,000. And then obviously just at the end, I jump up 3. So you can see that I've made some sensible jumps. I've done it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different jumps. And now I need to add these numbers up. Well, I feel fairly confident I can do that in my head. So I think I've got 8,300. 10, 2 and 3, which would be 15, so 8,315. I'm going to just write that here. So that is exactly how you're going to set out each question in your book. You're aiming to do 8. The last 2 questions are a little bit of a challenge. So if you want to do the hot curry this morning, you need to do those 2 challenge questions at the end. Okay, choose your work this morning and I look forward to seeing it. And one other thing, I've given you the answers on a separate sheet so you can actually mark your own answers this morning. Good luck, year 5.